Once we had the data from Forward One, our first responsibility was to understand at exquisite detail what those data were telling us about the probability of success for future development with mirvetuximab. And as we scrutinized the data and saw what the shortcomings were from Forward One, it was very clear to us that the drug was active in those patients with high levels of folate receptor alpha. And so really the question then was, how do we capitalize on that observation in a way that could get us a registration as quickly as possible? And that was the important work that we did in the back half of 2019 to work closely with the FDA in particular to agree on a path to an accelerated approval, which the result of which is the design of SORAYA, which we're carrying out. Once we've established that, we looked at our existing cash and resources and needed to prioritize the portfolio. And so in 2019, we really did three things. Perhaps the most important of which was aligned with FDA on the accelerated path. But secondly, we restructured the operations to substantially reduce our costs in order to ensure that we would have sufficient capital to pursue the next studies of mirvetuximab. And finally, prioritize the portfolio to look at those programs that we thought had the highest probability of success and could provide us with a robust portfolio. And so what we did was pare our portfolio down to essentially 4 product candidates: mirvetuximab, ImGen 632, which is in a complementary set of tumor types and hematologic malignancies; ADAM9, which is a novel solid tumor target, which also incorporates further advancements from our technology platform in terms of linker and payload technology; and then finally a next generation version of an anti-folate ADC, which we call ImGen 151. Anna talked a little bit about the improvement integrated into that molecule. Most importantly, it will allow us to address the segments of the market that we have deprioritized from mirvetuximab. So Mirv is focused on folate receptor alpha high, and what we see with 151 in preclinical models is significant activity with lower levels of folate receptor alpha expression. So that will allow us to address both broader segments of the ovarian cancer market as well as other tumor types that express folate receptor alpha, which include endometrial cancer, triple negative breast cancer, and lung cancer. So, what we decided was we were going to carry forward a 4-product portfolio, and I'm happy to report that we're making progress with all of those programs. We can talk a little bit, if you like, about where we are with 632, but importantly, we expect to file the IND for IMGC 936 this quarter. We also expect to transition IMGN 151 into preclinical development this quarter. So, really substantial progress with the programs that we prioritized for the business. So just most broadly at a strategic level, we have really 3 priorities for the business. First and foremost is to execute on the registration studies for mirvetuximab. Secondly, to advance the portfolio of earlier stage programs. And finally, to continue to partner to strengthen the balance sheet and at the same time gain access to complementary capabilities. So that's really the strategic direction for the business as we sit here on May 1st.